welcome to It Ain't Too Nice Outside Right Now, Winnipeg. Yeah, I just probably about, I'm guessing a minute, not even a minute before I pushed record here to get started, I think I hear rain on the roof. Yeah, I checked the radar here about 15-20 minutes ago, and we got a big storm moving in from the north, and I got a feeling this might possibly be the first day that I don't get out on my e-bike since I started riding on May the 30th. I've been able to get out every day, and I gotta tell you. Sometimes I'll buy something and I'll think later, that was a waste of money. But with that e-bike, I'm thinking I should have got it 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm having such a great time on it. Probably because I haven't had an accident with it yet. Maybe first time I fall off of it, I'll think differently. But anyway, right now I'm really enjoying it, having just a wonderful time. Got out yesterday. I haven't calculated yet how long I was out, but I was out. It must have been going on an hour and a half again. And if you remember, I was saying something to the effect of the last time I did that was too much. Well, yesterday I didn't feel like it was too much. Anyway, enough about that. What are we going to do here today? Well, absolutely no sunrise. No, not even close. Couldn't even see where it was. Anyway, I'm going to have to be really careful with this now because almost everywhere I grab it, I can break something off. And I do plan on doing a little bit more on the model today than I have in the past. I've been doing a lot of talking and not very much building. One thing I do want to mention is that I'm noticing that I'm making a lot of silly mistakes lately, like getting my hands in front of the view, and not noticing that, like yesterday, I didn't notice that I had that little radar piece right the first time. I kept thinking it's not in the peg is not in the hole, but it was, and I just couldn't see it, and it's bothering me that I'm not noticing that. In fact, I think I mentioned that in a reply to Trainman Dave's comment that I'm noticing that I'm. Anyway, let's not dwell on that, or I'll start getting depressed here. And who wants to be depressed at a model table? I mean, that's not where you're supposed to be depressed. Okay. We got pizza day. I mean, that's something to look forward to. Not for another 3.5 hours, but it's coming. It'll be here. Was there something else I was going to mention? Earlier this morning, I did get outside and greeted Missy the dog again, but I don't know if I'll bother dubbing that in because it's almost identical to yesterday. Yeah, it's raining out there. It just started just a few minutes ago, and it could be this big cell that is going to move. That's moving in on us is going to pass over, and we might have sunshine later today. I don't know. I hope so. I'd like to get out again on my bike. Okay, enough about that. Let's take a look now and see if we can fit our R1 into place and see what are we going to have to do on that. As far as step 41 goes, it wants us to put these three main modules down onto the platform, which is okay. Very carefully here now. Very carefully. I'd forgotten I did this much work already. And over there where the TV used to be is the main hull, and it's loaded with a whole bunch of detail that we've already done. You know, I think we're way more than half done this build. Yeah. Okay, let's get at it here. Okay, I'm guessing over 2 hours has passed here this morning. While I was sitting in the computer room playing with my DaVinci Resolve and special effects. Okay, that's another thing I gotta quit doing, is wasting a lot of time doing that. Although I enjoy doing it. So now I was going to slip this into place here, and I had thought that I had cleaned the flashing up, but looking at it now I realize that I haven't. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do that, and then we'll see you back here. Okay, move this out of the way a little bit here. Now, very carefully where we grab it, because almost everywhere it can be damaged. And I gotta hold it from the back somewhere where I'm not going to, so I can put force on it. Now, don't want to be breaking that off. I wish there was a way I could fasten this down securely, like if I put blue tack on the bottom in places and stick it onto something, it's still not real strong. Sometimes you want to, put quite a bit of force in one direction or the other, and the blue tack just won't hold it. So I'm just going to recompose here a bit. Okay, I think I've got everything lined up the way I want it now, because I suddenly remembered there's something rather important that I had to do here. A moment ago I saw a movement in my window, and I saw a really nice sight. Well, there was two things. There was a grandpa and some, I guess, grandchildren walking down the road, and the second thing was the sun was shining. Okay, and the road was drying up. I guess that's the third thing. Now, if I drag my coffee cup like this, it'll help to silhouette our problem. I noticed this yesterday when I was proofing the video, that I had inadvertently bent these rails down here. See if I just hook in and just bend it back up just a little bit here. Check the monitor. Oh, it's got to go more yet. I don't want to accidentally pull the railing loose. Is it getting better? I think it's not too bad. It kind of, because the railing goes down, it kind of looks like it's not straight, but I think I basically got it here. Okay, let's quit while we're ahead. Now I have a bit of an apology, or maybe a correction to make here. I was saying that the package from Corey was coming on UPS, but actually one of the viewers pointed out to me that it's USPS, in other words, United States Postal Service. Yeah, so, sorry about that. Anyway, it's here in Canada, according to the latest. It's left Toronto, when there's nothing between Winnipeg really and Toronto, so I can't see any reason why it probably is here in Winnipeg at the moment. In all likelihood, though, it's going to have to go through Canada Customs. I don't think it has already. And that means it might take them a while to try and figure out what it is. Anyway, that's the latest on Corey's package. Okay, it appears that I can hold my finger on the back of this thing, right about here, to put pressure, and then we can come in with our part, which I have misplaced. Oh, here we go. Okay. I am thinking that maybe what I should be doing is taking the file and just going along the edges here. And what? Something must go in right there, because this is obviously not going to go all the way in. It's only going to go part way in, isn't it? I guess because I painted this, it's a really tight fit. Now we're going to press right here and slide it over. Okay, it's in. Yeah, something must go right here, because there wouldn't be a hole there. Now, what is going to go right there? Where's the manual? Probably about 10 minutes ago, I realized that I had forgotten to take my pizza out of the freezer. And, yeah. So I got it in the microwave right now, so we're probably going to end up having another messy pizza. Okay, now what is supposed to go in that hole is this thing right here. Would it possibly be a good idea? Oh, careful. Don't squeeze too hard here. What am I catching my fingers on? Okay. This is supposed to all go together something like this. We got a bit of a tight fit going on here. Oh my. I never realized when I was... Let me put this back down very carefully here. Try not to break the ladder off. Okay, when I was putting these parts on right here, I didn't realize that we were going to have such a tight fit going on. This might be something that I'm going to have to do off camera. But anyway, this goes in here. And I think the thing to do now is to think about it while I am painting this. This all has to be painted, so I'm going to have to pause here. You know what? I think I heard my microwave beep. Let's go check that out. What time we got here? It's 12:25 already. Oh my goodness. And the sun is gone. Well, that's too bad. I left it a little bit too long in the freezer and maybe not long enough in the microwave. But look at that piece of chicken there. Okay, we don't have all day here. have a bit of an apology or maybe a correction to make here. I was saying that the package from Corey was coming on UPS, but actually one of the viewers pointed out to me that it's USPS, in other words, United States Postal Service. Yeah, so, yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, it's here in Canada, according to the latest. It's left Toronto, and there's nothing between Winnipeg really and Toronto, so I can't see any reason why it probably is here in Winnipeg at the moment. In all likelihood, though, it's going to have to go through Canada Customs. I don't think it has already. And that means it it might take them a while to try and figure out what it is. Anyway, that's the latest on Corey's package. Okay, we are going to want to have the deck, the 77, so it matches most of the other decks. And the splinter rails are going to be the 19, so that they'll match the splinter rails on most of the other places. Now, I would think that, now this is just my opinion, and I might have this backwards, but for me, I find it a lot easier if I paint my splinter rails and then work up to them with the 77 later, rather than painting the 77 first and then trying to go down with the 19, because inevitably I'm going to be getting it out onto the deck. And it seems to me that it is a lot more visible if a person... What is this marking here? What's the problem there? Did I forget to clean my brush or something? Anyway, we'll fix that. Yeah, because if I come up to the splinter rail with the 77, if a little bit goes up the side of the splinter rail, it's less visible than if the 19 goes down and then onto the deck. Now, that's just my personal opinion. I wonder what that is. You know, it's almost like I didn't clean my brush. Well, I guess I better do it now, because I'm going to be wanting to do the 19. I think the last thing I used this brush for was the 77. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I know I'm sort of, going to a lot of extra work for nothing here, but I've never had this happen before, that I've seen powder coming out of my brush. And what I've got here is approximately milliliter of Windex in a bottle cap. Okay, clearly I did not clean my brush. That's what's happened. I did not clean the brush, and then the paint dried and pulverized, and the pigment was getting all, coming out all over the place. Well, that was sure stupid. Another silly thing I did. Okay, I'll just finish cleaning this up. Okay, what I've got here is a brand new jar of 19. I just shook it up. I just want to mark it now that it's been opened. OPENED. Okay. I know that looks like an R, doesn't it? Well, I guess I can't write anymore either. Okay, now, where's my rotator? It looks like the pigment is solidified on the side of the jar, doesn't it? Oh my. This is supposed to be a new jar. I wonder if it got frozen or something. Or maybe I didn't shake it long enough? Ah, maybe I should go and shake it some more. Well, I don't know if that's any better or not. Okay, I'm going to use the wide brush here and get it over with. See how it looks after, if I think I need to give it 2 coats or not. Probably will. Yet on the inside, here, it's in all likelihood not going to be needing or getting much view. This is not staying stuck down on the rotator very good, is it? Okay, does it look like I got everywhere? No, I didn't get these. And I'm not going to say that this is the last time I select a paint that is exactly the same shade of gray as the plastic. Okay, so that's the inside. Now, go around the outside quickly here. I'm not going to be worrying about the underneath because we're not going to see it from the bottom anyway. And anything that does show up is going to be the right color already. This might be a little harder to paint here. This might take 2 coats. So I want to make sure I get all the wherever there's bare plastic that is going to reflect. That will shrink wrap. So it's a little bit heavy, and I realize that. You know who's really good at painting with a brush that I've seen? He's probably not the only one, but somebody who I've watched quite a bit over the last going on 3 years now. And that is UK Jason. He's really good with a brush. And he gives lots of little tips, about, especially with enamels. He's very well, you might say, versed with enamel. Okay, we're gonna just let that dry. Now this edge right here, I don't think I really need to do it, because I think when I'm coming in with my 77, it's going to go over and down the side anyway. So I think that this part that I just touched right there is in all likelihood going to be 77. No, I missed a little spot right there. Or maybe not. Well, if I see that it needs to be touched up again, I want to be able to keep that detail. Okay, let's let that dry and see what we got. In the meantime, I'm going to call today's episode a day. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.